Creamy pea pasta, a simple recipe for you, for your kids, for every age. Easy, fast, not too many ingredients, easy everyday ingredients. Would you like to cook it with me? Then stay for my class. A lot of people ask me, Diana, I just got a Thermomix, what can I do first? Or Diana, give me everyday recipes, easy, fast recipes, things I can do when I get back from work. All right, I heard you. This is one of the favorites in my home. My 23-year-old cannot visit us without us waiting for her with this one ready. So like I said, stay with me and let's cook it together. Creamy pea pasta. Let's hit the button, and it's waiting for me here because I already chose it in my phone. I hit cook today, and that's why I don't even have to look for it here on the screen. Let me click creamy pea pasta and we get started. All right, first step, it wants me to take the lid off. And we need Emmental cheese. 60 grams. Yes, this recipe is going to be in grams. It might be Australian or from the UK, but it's okay. You see 0? All right, so we're going to be adding until we get to 60. Look, 9, 10, 20, right? And yes, I'm adding Emmental. And if you cannot find it in the supermarket, you can always find a substitute. Go on Google or chat and you might see Gruyere or other options. To tell you the truth, one time I did this recipe and I forgot to put the cheese. I did this part, but then it's going to be grated, set aside, and once we were eating it, I remembered, oh, I set aside the grated cheese and I never put it in, and it was still amazing. So don't worry, if you want a different cheese or if you want to try without it, you can. Okay, so let's keep moving, and 60 grams it is. And you see, it knows that I added 60 grams, so it's checking itself off. Ching! Thank you, Thermomix. All right, I click next, and now we're going to be grating. It wants me to close the lid. And we're going to press play. 4 seconds. Great, so we're going to go next and we're going to transfer to a serving bowl and set it aside. Why are we grating the cheese first? Because Thermomix is assuming that you had a dry bowl, so it was the perfect time to do this. If we were cooking and then you wanted to grate the cheese, it wouldn't be as easy. So here you are, ta-da! And remember, you can always use a Thermomix as a tool to grate cheese. If you were cooking something else and you just needed to grate cheese, you come to Thermomix and you grate cheese. You know how, right? You go to your modes and here you have the cheat sheet where you can find a lot of things that you can grate or steam. You will go to the cheese part right here and it says, do you want to chop it? Yes. What do you have? Medium hard or Parmesan that is very hard, right? And if I set this one, it's going to tell me how much you have. It will still help me weigh it if I needed to. Right here is where you have your scales always. And if I chose that and said go for it, it will give me the settings to grate that cheese, all right? But anyway, let's go back to our recipe, which I can do just by coming back here. And let's get this going. I want to give you tips all the time. Okay, so here we are. And when you're getting ingredients out of the bowl, always go clockwise. That way your spatula will not suffer because you will be hitting the dull side of the blade, like this. Then a little bit like that, and then finish. Okay. So we're ready. We have our grated cheese and we're going to put it aside for the end. All right, what's next? Now we're going to add onions and garlic. Always make sure that you have a 0 there. The TM7 is actually very good at zeroing itself out. But if you ever touch the cable or something moves, just make sure that you tear 0. And then let's add the onions, 120 grams. All right. Onions, and it's shaking itself off again. Thank you. Now we need 1 garlic clove, and that's why it only says 1 because it's not gonna weigh it. Okay, and I have to check it off. Click next. All right, we're going to be chopping. 3 seconds. Next, now we need some oil. Let's see what we got. Whoa, we have onion and garlic chopped, and I'm not crying. Are you? So we're going to add, let me bring things down a little. Yes, let's bring it down because I know that it's going to start sauteing from the base up. So we want all the goodies on the bottom. Alrighty, olive oil, 20 grams, good. A little over. It's okay, it's a pasta. You can be a little bit up or down. You just don't want to do that if you're doing pizza dough or bread dough, okay? So we're going to saute for 2 minutes. Here we go. 2 minutes at 120 Celsius, speed 2. The blades are going to be moving the goodies while it's sauteing. All right, so this recipe is a recipe that your kids might love. The whole family might love, actually. So my 23-year-old daughter, every time that she visits, and she has a Thermomix, she can make this and she makes this, but there's something about telling mom, hey, when I get there, can you have have this ready for me. So she does that, and obviously I have it ready for her, and she loves it. Now, talking about kids, and it's the summer while I'm recording this, I did a video about recipes for kids a while ago. The picture is here, and yes, I have a TM6 with me, but it doesn't matter because I'm not cooking. I'm only talking about recipes that you could be making with your kids, or just to have fun with the whole family. So I recommend that video. I'm going to leave the link in the comments, and here you can imagine already what I'm smelling, right? Onion and garlic with oil being sautéed. 3, 2, 1. All right. Whoa. All right. I'm getting hungry right now. Okay. We have 450 grams of water. Let's go for it. And it takes itself off. Cream, 100 grams. Heavy whipping cream, not whipped. I have people asking me that. 100. I didn't know how much 100 grams are, but I just pour until I'm there. Milk, 100 grams as well. Let's see. Put some milk in here. Yeah, okay. See, it's my cup from Vienna. This is an amazing Thermomix contest that took me to Sweden. Isn't that crazy? All right, vegetable stock cube. Now I have a story for you, okay? Let me get it. There is a Thermomix recipe that is vegetable stock. I totally recommend it. As soon as you have a Thermomix, make that recipe. Not only is great for your veggies, you know, sometimes they're about to go bad and you're like, let's get the stock going. It's also amazing because you don't have to use the bouillon or those little cubes to give flavor to your food. This is what I use to store mine. I put it in the freezer, but thanks to the lid, it doesn't have all that free smell and all that. And every time that a recipe needs a cube, I come and get a cube. What do you think? All right, let's put it there. So much healthier, so much tastier, and you know what's in your food. Those trays, I buy them in Amazon. Okay, so we go next, and we got half to 1 TSP of salt. All right, so every time you have a range, you choose. I'm going to put a little over half right here. Ground nutmeg, 2 pinches, 1 and 2. And let's click next. Alrighty, we're going to be heating for 5 minutes. And what's going to happen after? We're going to add the pasta and then the peas, and that's it. And the grated cheese, I cannot forget, okay? Mental note. Let's go for 5 minutes. But I'm not going to stay here, are you? See you in 5. I love the time that I get to put everything away while you are cooking. And if you love cooking, chances are you're making something else as well. Don't let the Thermomix stop you from that. All right, what's up? And 1 second, let me see. Here we are. My phone is also making the same noise. And if I was away, I could just go on my phone and say, okay, you see? I stopped it. Okay, I'm coming. 1 second, I'm finishing something. Maybe I'm at the pool. Give me a second. All right, so we know. We go next, and we just need the pasta now. I will show you, but it's just some liquid in there, and I don't want to spill it. So, pasta. We need 300 grams. Let's go for it. The recipe says the bow tie pasta, like farfalle. That's the one I chose. Oopsies. I put a little extra. Actually, I'm gonna grab a few more. It's fine. I'll leave it at that. If you had a different pasta, I guess that any short pasta will be okay. If it's very thick, maybe you'll need more time, and it's okay. You just go back and add more time. Alrighty, next, we're going to cover it, and here's a trick for you. Every time that you're making pasta, Thermomix doesn't know which pasta did you buy. So it's always going to say set time. You see, it's not letting me continue. It says set time. And you're like, how do I do that? Well, press the button set time. It's going to open up the settings, and everything is preset for you usually. And in this case, the temperature and the speed are set for you, but not the time. Why? Because I need to come here and say, oh, al dente in 11 to 12 minutes. All right, and al dente is kind of hard still, right? Okay, so depending what you like, you could put this 12 or a little bit more, because now that I'm talking to you, or maybe you've been putting things inside, the water is not boiling anymore. So I will give it an extra minute to whatever you have here, okay? I'm going to say, click in the minutes. You have some presets here, so I can click 10 first, and then I can add 1 and 1, or I can just play with this. But let's say that I want 12 and I like al dente, I'm still gonna add that 1 more minute that we talked about, right? If you don't like it al dente, which is still a little bit hard, then add 1 or 2 minutes, or try this, try the pasta, and then come back and add 1 more minute. Actually, I'm going to do that for you so you see how to do it, okay? All right, we have a plan. Okay, so 13 minutes, let's go for it. I'm going to leave, obviously, and when I come back, we're going to add 1 more minute together so you see how to go back to a step and change the time yourself, okay? See you in a second. we're almost there. We only have 1 minute left. And I wanted to tell you, this weekend I visited a friend. I've been talking to her about Thermomix for 2 years. Not a lot. She knows that this is what I do. She knows that I love it. But it was not until a month ago when she saw me actually cooking with her that she realized how amazing this will be in her life. So like I said, I went to her house this weekend and I loved the image the moment that I arrived. Her 6-year-old was cooking with her up on a stepping stool. Both of them were touching the screen and talking about what comes next, and I fell in love with that image. I wish my kids had been little when I found out about Thermomix, but I found out 5 years ago. They were 15 and 18. Of course they love it as well, and they have one in college, but that moment with your 6-year-old that she explains how they shop together with the checkboxes in Cookie Dough, how her kid is asking her every day, hey mom, what are we going to be cooking tomorrow? The fact that she's involved in how they're cooking, what's in your food, and she has solved the biggest problem, which is what this is reminding me right now. You know how I just went away for 13 minutes? She was always telling me, I always have to make a choice. I either play with my kids, she's always, mom, play with me, stay with me, or I cook for the family. But it's difficult to do both. Well, this fixed both of her problems. They're both cooking together, and when they have 13 minutes, they're playing. And then they do 2 more minutes or another 10, whatever the recipe is asking for, right? And also the result. Her daughter is so proud of everything they made for us. We had a beautiful time this weekend, and I just wanted to share with you while I was waiting for this. Anyway, let's go. So next, and remember we said let's add 1 more minute, right? This will be the time when you will be like, okay, let me try it, and I'm going to try one of these. It's hot, careful. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, it's perfect for me, but I promised you the 1 minute. So let's cover it again. Actually, if you're gonna do a little bit more, move it around, right? All right, so let's move it a little. So you see, I put it here, not touching the table. Anyway, so we're going to cover it again, and we're going to go back. But you see, it says past step. No, we're going to press the 3 dots and we're going to say set as current step. Now it has the same setting as before and it's still asking for the time. So I'm going to click on the minutes and I'm going to say just 1 more minute and go for it. Again, that was just to show you how this works. So recipes like this one for people that just started with Thermomix, they're perfect. Not too many ingredients, super easy steps, right? Recipes for when you want to do something easy without having to leave the house and always go to the supermarket for 1 more ingredient, right? And like I said, if you don't have that special cheese, you're still fine. All right, we did the 1 minute and now we're going to add the frozen green peas. Defrosted. Sometimes I have forgotten to defrost them. Today I kind of did. They've been here for just 20 minutes, but it doesn't matter. This is hot enough that they're gonna be amazing. Okay, so 200 grams, add the peas. Way! Take itself off. And then let's go for the next 3 more minutes because it's going to mix it up. If you ever want to see what's coming next, you can just scroll and see transfer pasta to serving bowl. Okay, I'm going to get that serving bowl right now with the cheese, don't forget. And then mix the cheese into the pasta with the spatula before serving. I cannot do that? Yes, I do. You can always click the button on the bottom that says go back to your current step and we're back here. Alrighty, see you in 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. Here we go. Transfer to the bowl and I'm ready to eat. Yum! Okay, I gotta show you. Yummy! All right, here we go. Of course, the name is not in vain. Diana the Dummy Cook at your service. It is because I never cook, but I don't know. This happens to me all the time. Okay, let's do this. Nice. It's a big bowl. Wow. And we have a tiny little bit left here. Get out, we need, oh, perfect. This is going to go to the self-cleaning mode. Always clean the rim. It's not going to be clean with the self-cleaning mode. So this is what I do. With the rim, you're going to put water. Take advantage of the water falling inside and just go around so it touches all the walls while it's falling in and fill it up until the 1 liter mark. I'm not going to do that here because then I will be doing it in every video. But when you have the 1 liter mark and you put a drop of dishwasher, you're going to finish the recipe. Yes. And then come to the modes, pre-clean. And for a rice or a pasta, I will choose the all-purpose. Hit play and it's going to look great. You're going to have to finish it a little, but pretty awesome. If you need the instructions that I explained, just click on the guide and you get the same tips right here, okay? Back to the homepage. Creamy pea pasta. Amazing, so easy, and no, I did not forget. We're going to add the cheese. So here we are, cheese coming up. But like I said, even without it, you're gonna love it. The recipe did say mix it around a little once you add the cheese. I'll mix it more later, but what do you think? Do you want to put in the comments what you like to do for your family, for your kids, for yourself, as an easy recipe, something that doesn't have too many ingredients? What is your go-to? Can you put it in the comments? Please, I would love to learn from you as well. If you like this video, please give me a like. If you want more tips and more recipes and more classes, please follow me in my channel. And if you need a Thermomix in your life, please email me right here. I love talking to you, seeing what you need, answering questions before purchase, or helping you after purchase. In which case, please choose my name at checkout right here, Diana Legissima at your service, so I really can be there for you. Anyway, honey, dinner's ready. I gotta go. Thank you so much.